Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So for today we'll be looking at a website. The website is called Flashscore.com. So this website can be used to make analysis on certain games, whether it's football, tennis, basketball, hockey, and the likes. Now for football, there's a way this website actually operates. Let's take for example this Ipswich. This game is a live game, so let's see if the analysis here is going to favor the score that we are seeing here. So here you have match, you have odds, we have H2H, which is head-to-head. We have standings, which is the table. We also have news. Now if you come to head-to-head, you'll see from here to here, this is about 5 games, the last 5 games. You would notice that Ipswich has conceded 5 times in a row. And if you come here, you notice that in the last 4 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, Brentford has scored in all of them. And they're in a very good form now. They've already picked form. You understand? Their last game against Man U, they won 4-3. They won Nottingham Forest, who is actually a team in the top 4. Then they also won Brighton 4-2, which means that away is scoring and home is conceding. If you also want to see more of these matches, you can come here and click on show more matches. You discover that from here till here, about 10 or 11 games that Ipswich has conceded. You understand? And their last game they played, they won Ipswich 4-3. That means that Brentford is high scoring. You understand? If you come to standings, which is the table, this table is very, very important. You will notice that before this winning, Brentford was like 3 points away, as at 52 points. I think they were on 10th or 11th. But now they've won, they've come up here. So there's a chance for them to still get to 7th position, because this 7th position is actually promotion for Conference League. And Ipswich is already relegated. These teams here are already relegated. So I don't really see any miracle that will happen today. Just that most of the times they can actually survive a handicap. Most of these relegation teams, like you can see Southampton is playing Man City. Because they are in relegation, the last on the table, you can see that they are still playing 0-0. And this game has already gone far. You understand? So you can also use the standings to also know which teams that you are going to favor when you are making your analysis. So if you come back, we'll be looking at some teams today, looking at some teams that we can bank on. We'll be coming to France. If we come to France, the first game here, we'll be looking at Monaco and Lyon. Monaco and Lyon. Now, if you come here, you see that Monaco has 1.8 and Lyon has 3.94. So we'll come to H2H, head-to-head. You see that from here till here, Monaco has actually scored 4 out of 5 games, and also the away team too, and the away team has conceded 4 out of 5 times. So we should be concerned with just the 5 last games. Then we'll come to the home behavior of the home team. Monaco has been undefeated in their last 5 games at home. Then Lyon, on the other hand, though their form is not too good, but they've actually conceded in 4 out of their last 5 games, including the Europa League. You understand? Then if you come to overall again, you should be able to see the last the head-to-head they had, the last game they played when they had a head-to-head. This was August of last year, and Monaco won. Here, Lyon won 3-2. So the best thing to do here is this. After all of this, you come to standings and see how important is this match. Now, Lyon is struggling to get a 3 point here, because if they get a 3 point here, they will have 57 points and they have a higher goal difference than Strasbourg. So if they win, definitely they will be on 6th, and 6th is actually promotion to Conference League. Then for Monaco, Monaco is third on the table, just 1 point away from Nice in fourth. So only three teams here promote to Champions League directly. So Monaco, if it happens to win this match and Marseille fails to win their match, they will be on second, which is, if you add 3 to 58, you'll be having 61 points. So Monaco needs this match as well as Lyon. So since home has been scoring, away has been conceding, the best bet on this will be Monaco's game over 1.5. Or we can even leave it. Let's even check something else. Since the game is going to be a very tough game, we can actually play that this home team will not win 3 in a row. Like you can see at the away, though they also lose, but this game is going to be a very tough match based on the standings. Monaco needs it, Lyon needs it, so I don't really see anything too bad, anything too special that will happen here. They might play 1-1, 1.5 is sure, but I think the best option here for this game will be, okay, let's open it up, Monaco and Lyon. I don't think home cannot win 3 in a row, which is home will score 3 concurrently. So we can take that option, home to score 3 in a row. It's a very sweet odd. The odd is good. Then we'll be going to the other team. Let's go back. We're looking at Nice. Nice and Rennes. So let me open this in a new tab. So Nice and Rennes, let's see what can happen here. Okay, both teams, this one has conceded in the last 5 games, but has also scored in the last 4 games. This one has scored in the last 5 games. So this is their head-to-head. I believe a goal will come. But let's see the behavior of Rennes at home. Okay, fairly scoring at home. Okay, Nice always scoring at its away and also conceding. Oh, they have played both teams to score in all their 5 away games. So the next is to come to standings. We need to be very, very careful of teams that need to qualify or leave the relegation zone. You understand? So this is Nice. This is on fourth, just 1 point away from Monaco. You see these two teams that are struggling for this position, they are going to produce goals. Like Nice now needs, at least if he has 3 points and Monaco fails to win, let's say they draw today, they are going to be on 60 points. They will even come to second position because second position is just on 59 points. You could see that between here, second and sixth, there's actually a rush for these teams to be on these points, which is qualification for Champions League. You understand? So such teams like this can produce goals because they are struggling on getting to top 3, which is instant qualification to Champions League. So for Nice, it has been good. The form has been good. This is the most recent form. They've won their last 3 games in a row, and Nice has not really been, and Rennes has not really been doing it well too much. They've lost their last 2 games. So what we can do here is this: if Rennes even wins this match, they will be on the same points with Auxerre, so they don't really need this match more. So Nice needs it more than Rennes. So what we can do on this game is to play Nice to win or draw. Sorry about that. So we'll be playing Nice to win or draw. It's going to be a tough game. So we'll be banking on Nice. So Nice win or draw. Most of the times this odd 2.00, it works as a direct win from experience. Subsequently, we'll be having other videos on how to use odds to predict games. So we'll be coming to that. So that's for that. Then the last game on France will be Le Havre and Marseille. Now this Marseille, like I said before, they're also on between the second to sixth position. So they're actually looking for a way to also qualify and go up. Now Le Havre has been scoring their last 5 games and also be conceding. Then same thing with Marseille. They only drew 1-1 here because they played with Lille, and they lost here because they played with Monaco. Monaco is very tough. But they're head-to-head here. They won 5-1, won 2-1. January this year, they won Le Havre. So let's go to Le Havre at home. Go, steady. Marseille away. They've also been scoring. But they are not too good at away. They're not too good at away. But if you come to standings, which is the last point of call before we decide what to do, Marseille is actually the team that's on second. And any mistake it makes is going to come down to either 5th or 6th. So this game is not going to be a game that they will joke with. So since home has been scoring and conceding, and away has been scoring too, it's possible that we'll have goals. But another thing you need to know, Le Havre is on 31 points, just 1 point away from Nantes. So if they happen to have a win, they will leave the relegation zone. So teams like this are very, very tough. And since they've been scoring, we are looking at least 1 goal from Le Havre to leave the relegation zone. And Marseille also, they also need this game to be stable on second position. Remember, just 3 teams that qualifies for Champions League in France. So I'm looking at 1.5 or over 2.5. So we'll go to Le Havre and Marseille. 1.5 is possible, but let's see how the odds will be. But I'm looking at, okay, 1.5 is fair, but I'm looking at 3 goals in this match. 3 goals in this match. So what we'll do, we'll take over 2, which means that if it's just 2 goals that comes in this match, our bet will be returned back to us. But I believe there's going to be a winning and there will be a goal. So with that, 3 goals should come in this match. So that's for that. The next league will go to, I think we can go to, another good team or league is Portuguese League. Portugal. All right. Liga Portugal. So this is fixtures. Now we'll be looking at this team called Braga and Casapia. If you look at this particular game, you will notice that nothing much is happening with the home team. They've been drawing, losing, drawing, losing. And away has also been doing almost the same. They are head-to-head. They've played 1.5 steadily their last 4 or 5 meetings. You understand? But after looking at that, we'll come to the home behavior. Home concedes always at home. Then away team is also not bad, solid as well. But we also need to look at standings to be sure on what to do. Now, this is Braga. This 4th position, if you click on it, this is Europa League qualification. Now, but one thing you need to know that is that Porto and Braga, they are on the same points. Porto and Braga are on the same points. So this is supposed to be a must-win for Braga. And their opponent, Casapia, even if it wins here, it's not going to, at least highest, to come to 7th position. So it doesn't really need it much like Braga. Braga needs to win this match because it has a chance to go into Europa League directly. But it's actually on Europa League qualification at the moment. So most of the times we see that Braga has been having a draw and the rest. But I think the best thing to do here, let's take for example their last game with Santa Clara, they drew. So let's see. Okay, they won first half. So most of the times Braga wins first half. Sorry, Santa Clara won first half, but home equalized in second half, which means that the home team is definitely going to win at least a half and either half. So the best option to play here is either half. So come here, come to Portugal. I will play either half for Braga. Either half for Braga. So away team to win either half. So that will be all for that. Then the next league we can also go to is Netherlands, Eredivisie. Netherlands. So we'll come to fixtures. So this is the game. Fortuna. Where is the game coming? Fortuna Sittard and Breda. So let's see the behavior of these teams using same website. So home lost 4-1, then away lost 3-1, but away has been scoring. They've come to home has scored the last home game. Nagreda, same thing, go all through. But if we come to standings, we need to judge what is going to happen here. Now Fortuna Sittard, let's see. Fortuna Sittard is on 36 points. So if it actually wins, it's going to come to 40 points, which is at least a point behind the qualification stage. This is for Conference League. Understand? You understand? So let's look at the opponent, which is Nagreda. Nagreda is actually closer to the relegation, but it just needs to just free itself of this particular relegation zone. So I believe away is going to do something, which is Nagreda, and home is also going to do something as well. So what I'm looking at here, based on the judgment here, there's definitely going to be at least 2 goals in this match. Most of the times, such odds here gives 1.5. Same with 190, 180 and 190 games. They actually produces 1.5. So we'll be coming to Netherlands here. Netherlands, Eredivisie, Fortuna, and okay, 1.5. So that's for that. Then another league we also need to go to is Belgium. Belgium. Come to Jupiler Pro. This is the first division of this league. So there's a team called Yellow Red Mechelen. They are playing against St. Liège. So let's take a look at H2H. Beautiful. You see they've been playing 2.5 in their last 4 games. Away has been conceding full time. The last game was the head-to-head on March this year was actually 2-2. So we should be expecting goals, but we should not just judge with that. We'll come to the home team. The behavior at home, they'll be playing go steadily, and most of the times it has been go and 2.5. Only 2 times they had a draw, 1-1. Then Standard Liège for away, they've also been conceding and also scoring too. Then we now come to the standings as well. Come to standings, you see that these teams actually are at the bottom here. So at the bottom, the Mechelen, same thing at the bottom here. So they're actually a team that is at the middle of the table. So such teams actually naturally they produce goals. So what the only thing we can do here is just to play it on goals. So if you come to Belgium Pro League, we'll go for, let's see the over 1.5. Okay, let's go for over 2. Over 2. I'm looking at a winning. I'm looking at a winning from one of these teams, but go is possible. So let's play over 2. So then, lastly, there's a team. There's a team in Turkey. Let's come to Turkey. Turkey League or Turkish League. T, coming, show more. Okay, Super League. That is Division 1. So come to fixtures. Alright. Trabzonspor and Galatasaray. Now, Galatasaray is a very, very strong team. Very strong team. And they have been scoring so much. But Trabzonspor is also very, very good. Also very, very good at home. But let's just look at the H2H and see the best that can happen here. You can see their games. They've been unbeaten in their last 5 games, but away had been winning all through in their last 5 games. And their head-to-head here, December last year was 4-3. Same January last year, 5-1. Here 2-0, 2-1, then 0-0. So you see that away has been scoring at least 2 goals. But we don't have to conclude yet. We'll come to the home. Home has been delivering properly. Home had scored 2 goals steadily in their last 4 home games. Then away, same team has scored 2 goals in their last 4 games as well. But they have also been very, very high scoring and also conceding. Normally, these teams, they are going to produce goals. You understand? They will come to standings. You see that Galatasaray actually is on top. It needs to maintain this league against Fenerbahce. And now it's just only one team that comes to Champions League, and the other one goes for qualification phase. But Trabzonspor, if it wins this match, it's going to have 49 points. So just it's going to be like on position 7. So you see that Galatasaray needs to just balance and take this league. You understand? So we are looking at Galatasaray win or draw, and also goals to come out from this game. We are looking at least 2 goals from Galatasaray. But we also see that Trabzonspor at home is a very good team at home. It concedes and it scores too. So 2 goals is possible, or we can also play over 2 to boost our odds. So we'll come to Turkey Super League. Let's check 1.5. It's a very small odd. Okay, over 2 is also possible. So we'll work with these 7 games on this slip. So much later we'll come back and see the success rate of this. So this is the booking code for those of you that are in Nigeria, LJ2Y6B. You understand? So much later in the day we'll come back and see how far these games went. Thank you.